started.
Rinaf. Okay, f4. Well, let's play the old gambit. The from gambit. Birds opening, from gambit. Oh, from gambit declined. What is this? What is this? It's just defending with the bishop. Well, I will take it and see what happens. I'm not sure how to play that. That's a funny response. Probably fine. Probably fine for white. Okay, I got a pawn on d4. Let's have a little more center. See if he wants to trade the dark squared bishop. Nope. Okay, let's just go ahead and castle. Nice to have something on the open F file here. The potentially open F file. Okay, so let's see. How about developing the light squared bishop here? Maybe it could drop back all the way to h7. But here it's a bit vulnerable. But it is putting a little more pressure on the center. I don't want to leave it exposed to an attack here. Actually, I have a problem here. I have a problem. I maybe could have exploited it already. I guess the knight had no good moves. Anyway, I need to resolve the tension here. The bishop and the rook combined on the knight creates a problem for me where I have to take back with a pawn and destroy my pawn structure around my king. Not something I really want to do. So where does the knight go? Knight could go up here. I'm going to resolve this shortly, right? So I was going to move the knight. If I play knight g4, does he have some move other than taking? Or some clever discovery with his knight? I can just take his bishop. Yeah, so I think knight g4 is okay. And I'm looking at the... oh, he goes there. Yeah, I'm looking at this pawn here on e3. It's a weak pawn. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take the bishop off. I was wondering if I could pile up on that pawn in some way, but I didn't see a way to do it, so did kind of a simple approach here. Let's get, let's see, is there going to be a problem with the d-pawn? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and play c5 and knight to c6. Get my pieces out. He's got all his pieces over on the king side. This could be an interesting challenge for me. And he's opened up lines for his bishop, so he's doing okay here. Take. Yeah, let's get this bishop onto a better square, and I need to regroup this knight somehow, get it back into the game. Okay, he's going to trade off bishops. Yeah, I don't see a way to really prevent that. Now, if the knight hops into g5 with the mate threat, I can just take it at the moment. Okay, and now he's going to bust open the center. This may not be the best moment for him to do that, but let's see how it goes. I was thinking this diagonal towards his king is kind of loose, isn't it? But yeah, I'm not finding any great way to exploit it, unless he blunders and takes with the queen or something like that. But so I can get this pin going here. Maybe that's something. And then knight to c6 piles up. He can take here. He defends, but the knight is still pinned. So let's pile up. That also shields the B pawn, which might be useful. And there's no discovered attack on my queen because the knight is still pinned. So he has to take back with the pawn if he doesn't want to lose material. So this is okay, right? He's got this, well, it's a passed pawn. I guess I have to be a little bit cautious here. Okay, let's keep an eye on that pawn. Okay, so queen here. And maybe rook to d8. Yeah, I guess I couldn't keep that b pawn defended. He actually can play rook to f2, can't he? Or just unpin. That's probably the best way to play it. Okay, let's hit the queen first, get this rook active. And let's get the other rook active. How easily can he defend that pawn? The queen's going to move again. He's got 3 pieces on it, and I can get 4 attackers going, but then he can bring in the knight at some point, I guess. Okay, and I have to be careful he doesn't do something clever over here to my king side. Yeah, so he's trying to rearrange his knight to bring it to bear. Yeah, let's go ahead and lock down that pawn. His knight is guarding f1, so there's no mate on f1. Knight there is interesting. Yeah, it forces me to move my queen. I don't know if I have any great squares. He's got also a check on f6 at some point, maybe. For example, if I play queen e7, he can play rook rook to c7 or e7. He is leaving this pawn hanging if he does that, though. Let's start with that move. See what we get. Just have to keep an eye on this square f6. That's the problem. Maybe just rook. Okay, he's going that way. So that defends the pawn and attacks my rook. So let's drop back. Go. So all 4 pieces are lined up on it. No, 3 of them. 3 of the 4 pieces are lined up on it. So now I can maybe take out his knight. Okay, what's the next plan? Okay, he's going to defend the knight so I can take with the rook. Is that really working? Oh, he had to take with the pawn, yeah. So then I could get my queen active, right? I see the idea. He's defending, he brought that in so he can play c4, defend. Let's go after the a-pawn. At least I don't have to worry about knight f6 anymore. I think he should win, though, actually. I think this is a winning advantage here with these pawns. But I will try to get counterplay on the a-file here. And he doesn't want to allow that. I wonder. There are checks on the back rank, but I don't see any great way to exploit them. Okay, he's going to chase my queen out of there. So that'll provoke the move c4, I guess, defending. I could start piling up on that pawn. Maybe that's the plan. Let's see. Rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes. Yeah, I don't have enough pieces. Queen takes, pawn takes. There's a pin on this pawn, but I can't exploit it. Okay, let's blockade that pawn completely. Maybe get a rook on the b file, bring it forward, try and push this a pawn up a couple steps. Yeah, that's good. He can come in and give a check here and win a pawn. But I think these pawns are more dangerous, so I'm going to allow that. Because I think if he does that... well, actually, he can't give the check yet. I mean, if I play a move like rook to b4 here, then he could come give a check. I go here, takes. Or he comes and gives another check. You know, he's got a perpetual at least there. Yeah, maybe rook b4 is not a good idea. Queen b4. He stops it. Okay. So what can I play? Get the rook off the back. I mean, get the king off the back rank. That's one idea. See if he can make progress. Okay, block that diagonal. Now I can play rook up to b4. Getting a little bit low on time here. I moved more quickly that time, but there are always dangers when you do that, of course. Yeah, he can do that. So I don't have an answer here that I see. I can't drop back to put more pressure on this pawn. Maybe the king's a little safer on that square, I don't know. Maybe it's safer where it was, but this defends the f7 pawn. See once again if he can make progress. if I ever drop back my queen, he can just push on with tempo on the rook. Unless I can move to a square. Oh, that's an idea. So he gives up. Well, this pawn is securely defended, right? So he doesn't have to worry about defending it. So I take, he's taking with the queen. I could come in here. Or I could go to f2. If I go here, he might just take. And then, yeah, that's not good. So, what have I got here? I can move this rook now, right? How about something like this? Threaten a little something on the back rank. Okay, what can he do? I think he could just take, really. It's my threat on the back rank so severe. I could throw in a check. King goes here. And I take back. He moves his rook. He just retreated. Okay, well, I can bring my rook to the 7th rank. That's usually a good idea. He can now push. Okay, so we're turning into a bit of a race here. Or he can do that. But this allows me to pick up a pawn, right? Rook takes, queen takes, and then I can take here. There's checks. This check here, I trade queens. Oh, I just take the queen. Yeah, so I think that's okay. Yeah, so he went for the full trade. So now we can push this pawn. Maybe this is still winning. He's the material's even, but it's a strong passed pawn. Yeah, I can go for the perpetual here.
Check.
And I will. This is nothing to.
Check.
This is a game that I was certainly losing. So
check. Check. Check.
Okay.
Check. Game drawn.
Well, that was a good game. I will upload that and do a postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.